Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. Oi.
Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. Ameshika Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous.
All right, interesting word. Willis, I don't even know if I can be able to pronounce that word properly. So let me hand it over to you, the expert, to tell us more about it.
Well, Betty, in the first place, the streets of Kisumu City, you know, everything is just hot with KTN News. And in fact, also, that is when we talk of, everything that they love on a Friday like this. But for this word, Betty, it's a very tricky one. In fact, multisyllabic words such as this one can be very tricky. I hope you remember conscientiously the way it was a problem to many people. But this one we say pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous. You see, it's derived from the literary word pulchritude that refers to, physical beauty. So you say pulchritudinous. And this word came from Jeffrey Ongadi of Luanda, and he's also saying KTN News, happy birthday. So, pulchritudinous.
Hey, Willis, that's a difficult word. I mean, if you want to describe something or somebody, like you are pulchy what?
Pulchritudinous. Some of these words are not, commonly used. And if you can remember, I said the other time, simplicity is the building block of any language, Betty. So sometimes we can just use the simple words instead of some of these, what we may call bombast. But this is a literary word for physical beauty, Betty.
Got it. All right, Willis, let's move on with the next one.
Well, Betty, I'll take them through some of these words. Now, in the first place, many people, when they see this word, Betty, they say alias. Like we have the infamous alias Wanugu. When we talk of alias, Betty, we don't say alias. You say alias. Alias. And I will also take this opportunity to remind people that we say AKA, not AKA. AKA so and so. That is for another name for
also
somebody.
Known
Some
as,
people say AKA, also known as, that is AKA. Then our next word, Betty, comes from Fred Lamenya and Jeffrey, if you like, Geoffrey, that is locally, Rotich. And they also say happy birthday to KTN News. But the word they have here is a bit tricky, lady.
Yeah.
When we talk of this word as a verb, that is to accommodate somebody or accommodate officers in a building, we don't say house. You now say house with the voiced sound z. You say house. To house so and so, to accommodate some so and so in your house. But when we're talking about a noun, this is my house. House. The voiceless sound house. So the noun house, but when we talk of the verb, you say to house. To house. So Fred Lamenya and Jeffrey Rotich, I know they've gotten it, and our lovely viewers, or our great viewers. Now the next one may be a bit tricky, Betty. We say precarious. Precarious, not precarious.
Precarious.
Just like various. Precarious. Some people may say precarious, but the correct pronunciation, my dear sister, is precarious. Letter A takes its name as the sound in this word, precarious.
Well,
then David
my dear brother,
Omato and Baraka, the young
precarious.
one who loved KTN so much, Omato and Baraka are saying, do we say innuendo, innuendo, and all that? We don't say
Right.
innuendo, innuendo, no. You say
No.
innuendo, innuendo. So, David
Oh,
Omato and
innuendo.
Baraka can also pick that. Innuendo, not innuendo. So, the double N takes the
Hey,
sounding
Willice.
innuendo. So, our next word, Betty, is the preposition or preposition, if you like. Many people say with. There are others who say with. Betty, both
Yeah.
pronunciations are acceptable. You can say with a voiced sound, the, just like in this. You can also say it, that is with. So we say with or with. Those are alternative
All right.
pronunciations. The next one
Okay,
may
Willice.
cause some interest, Betty. That is from Victor Openda and Jackie. Victor Openda and Jackie, they wanted to know, do we say journalist? Do we say I'm going for a journey? I told them we say ja, ja, and we should
Ja.
share it with our dear viewers. We say journalist, journalist, with the
Journalist.
long mid-central vowel sound, just like in the word journey. So Victor Openda and Jackie, there you are, and our wonderful viewers. Now, the next word,
Okay.
Betty, is D-U-A-L. D-U-A-L. We say dual, dual. So it's pronounced the same way we pronounce D-U-E-L. Don't say dual or dual. You say dual, dual. And Betty, do you remember when we tackled mutual? Mutual.
Mutual.
So we don't say
Yeah.
mutual the way many people say locally. You say mutual. Dual,
Mutual.
mutual. Then over now to
All right,
our
Willice.
feedback question from Father
Yeah.
Julius Misawo of the Catholic Diocese of Kericho. So we have the word patriot, a patriot.
Patriot.
We don't
yeah.
say patriot. And I remember Father Julius Misawo also wanted to know whether we say cathedral or cathedral. So Father
Cathedral.
and all those faithfuls at the Catholic Diocese of Kericho, you say cathedral, cathedral. And we also
Cathedral.
have
All right.
patriot, patriot.
All
Now,
right, Willice.
Betty, the next one
Okay.
is also very tricky, and that is our surprise
surprise.
word for tonight. Now,
All right, finally.
Betty, this word, I'm sure if I say or we take it to the street, it will also be very tricky. Now, you say ancient, 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 not ancient, not ancient. You say ancient, ancient.
Ancient.
And you know what, Betty? One of the wonderful or the very keen followers of Friday Briefing called Yahaya Musa of Nubian is the one who gave me this. And he told me, Willis, don't
All right.
say ancient, scient. You catch that? And you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You say
This
ancient, ancient. And finally, Betty, the confusing words. But here we don't talk of confusing words. But they confuse many people. Betty, you've heard people talking of flour or floor when they're talking about unga. I want them to avoid that, especially in careers of serious communication. F-L-O-U-R, we say flower, flower. Just like
Flower.
F-L-O-W-E-R, also flower. So, in English, we have words which are spelled differently but pronounced the same way. We call them
Same.
homophones. Homophones.
Okay.
So, flower, unga, and flower, maua, we say flower, flower. We should avoid saying flour, floor, and all that.
No.
Up to that
All
point,
right.
Betty, back to Meru.
All right, thank you so much, Willis, the word master there. talking about those words, ancient, you know, and not ancient, higher. You can always get him on his Twitter handle at Willice Ochieng 1, or you can always wait for Friday Briefing, where he is always featuring here on Mind Your Language segment. All right, so we'll take a break. Coming up shortly is sports news.